So mathematics, I mean, that is the importance. That's like one of our very, very, I would say, important areas. We have 7 curriculum areas. But math is, but all the understanding and mathematics actually starts, again, like Mrs. Guzman said here, in practical life and in sensorial. Even before a child is ready to perform any formal mathematical equations or activities, the child has to get a solid foundation. And what gives the child a solid foundation? Practical life, that is called the foundation of a Montessori environment, and sensorial, that is called the heart. So this is how important these 2 areas are in a Montessori setting. Now, in sensorial, when the child is working with activities, we have sorting, matching, grading activities, like you can see all these here. A child enters a Montessori classroom with a very, I would say, he's seeking for order. So what we do is we create an environment for the children where they can satisfy their inner desire. They're seeking for a perfect order. So in all the areas, the way we have set up the environment, there's a perfect order, there's a perfect sequence. Everything is top to bottom, left to right. So the children, what's happening here is the eyes, they are getting ready, since it's left to right. So this is called indirect preparation, like the eyes are getting ready for reading. The hands are getting ready for writing because the child is working, developing the fine motor with sorting, matching, mouth cylinders that we have here. Just building the tower. So all the muscles in the arm, in the hand, they are being developed for writing. So I would say all the activities, they're actually preparing the children for very extensive math and language activities. Once the numerations are down, 1 to 9, and it could be a 3-year-old, right? Once the numerations are down, 1 to 9, we introduce the child to addition. So that's how the progression goes, and this is the beauty that a 3 and a 4-year-old doesn't have to wait to go to the next class and learn more. So the hands-on, when I say hands-on, these are scribble boxes here. So here. So now again, when I say, sure, thank you. You're so sweet. Okay, so these are the scribble boxes here. So when we're giving a lesson, so we would trace 1, like Mrs. Guzman is doing, right? Okay, I'll come on this side. And then the child will take 1. Okay, 2, we'll trace the number 2, and then 1, 2. So putting 2 there. 3. When I introduce addition to the children, this is my first presentation of addition, right? So they have the numbers. Every child loves ice cream, right? So I will sit with a group of kids and I'm like, what is this? Ice cream. Don't you like ice cream? Yes, of course. So we have a strawberry scoop and we have a vanilla scoop, right? Okay. So I'll just lay it out here. And then again, look how beautiful this is. Control of error. So 4 is red and 2 is brown. So clue, right? So I'll put this here. And you know what? We have strawberries and we have chocolate chip. Excitement, right? 4. So automatically, they'll take the red and just 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we added 4 strawberries, thank you, and 2 chocolate chip, right? 1, 2. Now, another thing that I want to mention to you, the beauty is the language that's used. So we're not saying 4 plus 4. We say 4 put together with 4. It just makes so much sense. Let's put them together, right? So we're putting them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 6. 4 put together with 2 is 6. Hey, my child is doing addition. They don't even know how to write 4 yet. And they're doing addition. See, that's the beauty. That is so beautiful because all they need to know is their number recognition and their one-to-one correspondence. And they're doing addition here. Where in traditional schools, we wait till first grade or second grade to introduce addition. So first you show them the sign, the addition sign, and you do that's how. That's multiplication. And multiplication is a special kind of addition. Again, control of error. Here. So you see the colors? So this is clue, this is the lily pads, right? 3 taken 3 times. So how many lily pads do we need? 3. 1, 2, 3, right? And how many frogs do we need? On each lily pad, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3 taken 1 time. 1, 2, 3 taken 2 times. And 1, 2, 3. Now we told them multiplication is a special kind of addition, right? Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 taken 3 times is 9. So you're introducing multiplication to the children here, right? And we have a large card out, right? So 3,671. So they'll take 1, 70, 600, and 3,000, and 600, right? 3,000, 1,000.
And these are all materials that you're playing with for, in theory, 2-3 years at this point.
Yes, 3,000, right? And now we have 6. So 6 units right here. 6, 20, 10, 20. And here we have already taken it out, but for them they'll take a tray, and that is called our GMMS bank. We're going to go to the bank and get some money. 3,471. They take the tray and they're counting in their tray. They take the numbers from here, they put it in a tray, they go to the bank, they get the money, they bring it back. Here, just to make it quicker, so we have everything here right now, but they love doing this, right? So 20, then 300, right? So they will count 100, 200, 300, and then 1,000. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and 4,000, right? Okay. Then, here. So they put this here, right? And then they're putting it together. Putting it together, in addition, right? So, 6 and 1, 7. 7, right? Okay, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. right? Hundreds. So you have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and 600. And I'm doing it very quickly here. But for them, it's one at a time. I'm just showing because I know you have to go. 600, then 700, 800, 900. So 900, and then the thousands, right? So 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, and 7,000. And I take 7,000. Now this is the best part. Now we will compose the number, right? So it looks like this. Look, 1, 71, 671, 3,671, put together with here, right? 6, 26, 326, 4,326. What is our answer? 7, 97, 907, 97, 7,997. How beautiful is this, right? I know, it is just like, wow. So they're actually, they're feeling what 7,997 looks like. Now what is the abstract? Now this is again concrete. They move on to the bead frame. They move on to the dot game. I mean, there's so much more. I know. So same concept, now they're moving on to abstract thinking, right? So again, look in the bead frame, we have units, tens, hundreds, and thousands right here. 1, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 70, 600, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and 600, 3,000, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Put together with 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 20. 10, 20. 300. 100, 200, 300, 4,000. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. And this is your answer. So they count, they start from here, so they count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They write 7 here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 9. They write 9 here. So hundreds, 100, 200, and similarly 9, and then 7. So 7,997. Abstract.
You might be thinking, this is preschool. Are you kidding me? No, we're not. Because we believe in the early learning of children. And sometimes we limit these little ones that they can just learn their ABCs, right? And honestly, if you go to traditional school, which I kind of worked there before I got introduced to Montessori, and I would never go back to that. Your children, you have a 4-year-old that's going to be a kindergarten, you see the works that she brings home, they wouldn't even be touching that in a traditional school. She would be probably coloring all day and maybe ABCs, and that's all they're required to know, really. Maybe the recognition of letters by the time they get to kindergarten. But we don't. We make sure that we have a prepared environment so that the child has continual growth and learning in that area, in every area. But I'm just gonna focus in on language right here. And as you know, we do the sound bags, right? So we start every week, that's the sound that we focus on, and then we continue. But when we're sitting with the children, we do A and M, A and are the first sounds that are introduced, right? And so once we've done that lesson, we'll probably do like the sound booklets, the sound booklets home, where you see a little stamp and then sound. So that's another activity that we're doing with the pre-readers. Anything that we can continue to do so that they can repeatedly see the same sound so that they can learn it. This is one of the favorites of our young ones. They love it, love it, love it. And then once we've given them a lesson, it's so cute because they know exactly where to go to get them. And then they start getting like all these sounds. But I know it's hard to see, but what this is the object beginning sound box. Okay, these are color coded. These are in the order that we teach the children. And what this is really neat because as you can see, the colors match. So they get this color box with this color mat. They lay it down. And what this is basically it has these two sounds too. So it has A and it has And when we're giving the lesson, or the child is working on their own because they've had the lesson already, they'll put the sounds and they start with one object at a time. So this one we have man. So when we're doing a circle, you'll see that we go, man. So they can relate the beginning sound with the sound that's on there, and they'll do all of that. If they're holding the pencil, sometimes we'll have them try to do it anyways, and sometimes you'll get the sounds, and maybe you'll get scribbles. Okay, that's okay. Don't stress yourself about that. We try not to. We do teach them, okay, let's follow the line, but eventually they will get it. The idea is that they learn that after this, we'll have an extension. The extension is that they get to trace it, and then eventually they get to write. Same concept. We might have maybe a little bit more of the pictures here. So this one's picture and the labels. So they get to match that. Now, once they still like in the process of them knowing the sounds, but sometimes they still not blending the sounds in, that's why we also use the movable alphabet. With the movable alphabet, it kind of forces them again to go to the beginning sound and it helps them with spelling eventually. We do not worry too much about spelling in a Montessori, especially primary years. It's not a big deal. It's the concept that we want the children to grasp. Another progression of the Pink series, these are Pink series by the way. When you hear Pink series in a Montessori environment, again, it has to do with CBC words, consonant, vowel, consonant, so phonetic words. This is really neat because as they learn patterns in sensorial, we have, some of you might know it by family words, like the at, it, all of that, the writing words. So when we're giving this lesson, we have like three different lists of words. They see the path, so they, at this point, they know how to identify maybe some of the sounds, but it has a control of error. Does anybody remember what a control of error is? Anyone from the choir? This is fun. What is the control of error? Can you tell our parents what the control of error is?
The control of error is that a child is able to correct his or her own mistakes without an adult, correcting him.
Yeah.
That is the beauty of a Montessori.
It's beautiful. So they can see that all of these end up with at, the other ones end with ag, and the other one ends with and. So that's how they're able to help themselves and be able to get it right, because we want the children to always feel like they've accomplished something. That's huge in the Montessori environment too. And if you're ever wondering why we never grade papers and we never put a star, we want the child to be proud of their work. And so that's why we don't have a grading system either, just in case you were wondering. And once they get to the green boxes, which, believe it or not, we've had, in the past, we've had 4-year-olds that were on the green boxes already. So it's possible. If they're not, it's okay, because this is honestly like second grade stuff. So, but we have it, which is the beauty of it. And these are diagrams. As you can see, we have parts of the speech. You're like, there's no way you're teaching kindergartners parts of the speech. Yes, we are, because guess what? By this time, they're learning how to write sentences, they're reading, and they don't have to know it, but we do introduce it to them, and how we do that in a fun way that they'll have it in their minds and in their memory, so when they are teaching them this stuff in 3rd grade, or whatever grade it is, it's probably 3rd or 4th, they'll remember, it'll come back to me, yes, I'll remember. So, I'll just talk about nouns and verbs, but we have a chart there that tells you what all of these represent. But when we are working with the kindergartners and we're doing sentences, and we teach them parts of the speech, nouns and verbs. And then they actually get to like draw the triangle or the circle to the nouns and verbs. And it's just amazing, it's a lot of fun, they love it, and they do get to learn a lot. So.
And what do we teach our children in school? We teach them that 2 and 2 makes 4, and that Paris is the capital of France. When will we also teach them what they are? You are a marvel. You are unique. In the millions of years that have passed, there has never been another child like you.